You're welcome to my channel, Mindset Academy, where we want to reproduce the given figure that is displayed at the right hand side of the screen using the principles of tangency. Now we'll be drawing an adjustable table, as you can see at the right hand side of the screen. The first thing you do when you are dealing with tangency is to locate any known center. Now I'll be starting from this point that my arrow is pointing, right? And let's say that point is somewhere around here at this point. So I'll take my instrument just to get the center point of that part there. So I'll just draw this. This will be, let me start with faint line first, right? And I'm going to locate a point. So I'll locate a point at that point there. The diameter is 20, so I'll just get this. Are we there? First of all, so this is the center here where my arrow is also pointing. So what I'll do is the diameter given here is 20, meaning the radius is what? Is 10. So I'm going to measure a radius of 10 from that point. From 0 to 10. So when I measure the inner one, radius 10, come to the center point, and I'm going to draw a circle for that radius what? Radius 10. While the other one, if you check from here, the thickness of this outer curve here is given to be what? 20, 25, radius of 25. So I'll measure radius of 25 here. Can you see that? 0 to 25. And I'll place it here. And I'll draw a semicircle this way too. Hope you can see that. Now, after doing that, the next thing that we're doing here is that from this center here to the next center, the distance is given to be what? 200. So I'm going to measure 200. And we know from 10 to 10 is 200. So let me just do it this way. If I start from this point here, from 1, making 1 my 0. So I'll measure 200 from that point to this 200. From 1 to 21 is 200. From 0 to 20 is also 200. So that point will be my center point there. So I'll just draw another faint line too. I know it's the center. Now I'll do the same thing that I did here. I'm still going to do it here also. So I'll just do the same thing here. So I'll be using my faint line first. So the radius I used here, I'll use it here too. Just faint line. Faint line a little bit, then you can now thicken the rest. Hope you can see that. Then you join from this base here straight down to this base. Hope you can see that. Now the next thing we'll do is from this center here, I will draw another radius of 10. So since here is 10, I need it. I'll come here, I'll measure the same thing here too, but this will not be complete. So there must be half of it, 10 of it. Can you see that? Now the next one is the distance from this center to the next center here is going to be what? 100. So from here to the next point is 100. So I'll just take my meter rule and I'll measure 100 from here. From 0 to 10 is 100. And that will be another center point there. So I'll just draw this faint line first. And what I did here, right, I'm going to do it here too. Then I will use my instrument and I'll close it up. Use my instrument and I'll close it up. Hope you can see that. So after you've done that, the next thing you're going to do here is you do as if you want to join from here to here. As you can see from the screen here, it does use a faint line first, but we know from somewhere around there it's ticking, right? But the rest is not what? Is not ticking. So what I will simply do here is that I will come back here. So first of all, from this center down here, I'll measure 15 degree. First of all, the angle from this line to the next line is what? 15 degree. So if I take my instrument and I place it this way, ensure that it is well placed, the center to the center and the 180 on this line and the 90 here. So this is 0, this 10, this 15 here. After 15, the next one is what? 75, right? So if I move from here, let's say this is from here, this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, right? 60, 70, 75. So the remaining one is 75. So let me just take that 15 degree first. So if I place it from here, faint line first, right? Faint line first. Then after that, then that will give me the center to the next point that I need. But the question is, what is the distance of the next center? So from this point to the center of that bigger arc you see, it's going to be what? Radius of 175. So I'll measure 175 on my meter rule. Look at what is happening. If I move from 1, I'll stop at 185 here. Let me come where you see what I'm doing. So you measure 175 on your meter rule. Are we there? And you place it here and you draw an arc this way. Just an arc that way. Can you see that? Now where the arc cuts this point here, that will give me my another center there. I will know the radius of that point is given to be 10 also. So the 10 like we've been talking about, still measure 10, still the same 10 here. And I'm going to come here and I'm going to measure 10 here this way. Can you see that? That's another 10 there. Now we move forward. Now the other 10 is lying vertically to this point here. So if I use my instrument and I place it here this way, where this center line, this line here, touch up here at this point. That is another 10 I'm going to measure. That is the same 10 here. What I'll measure here too. So I'll just do this way. Hope you can see that. So in doing that, the next thing I'm going to do here is that I'll now take my compass. I'll place it at this point so that I can easily connect the 2 points here, at this point here, to this point here, right? To this point. So I'll just come here and I'll have this. Right? Right? And you do the same thing here from here to this point. Can you see that? Now taking it out. So that is the inner one we have. Now we need the outer one also. The radius of the outer one is given to be 25, right? So it just means the same thing that we have here. So I'll just take my instrument and I'll place it here to this point, and here. Look at it closely, and I have this 25. Hope you can see that. So let me take it down too. So after that, the next thing is you can easily take your instrument from here, from this point, take it down here, and you have this faint line first. Then take it here also. See, it is so much there. So you do the other one. So what I will do here is this. Now, if you notice something that my instrument is not reaching here, can you see that? So I'll teach you something. The thickness from here to here, right, is given to be 25 Abi. So come to every point here and be marking a point this way. Can you see that? Every point at that point, marking that point. Then this. Then you now take your French curve and you join all those points together. So that's what you need exactly. So it will help you out. Are you with me? So from here, this point to this point, let me start with this. I'll start with this. I'll start with this. Then probably I'll start with this here. So those faint line I need here, not much, because it's not reaching there. Are we there? So now the next one is to draw this curve that is here. She's going in. So we are going to add the radiuses. Remember that from this center to this center here is 175. Now from this center to this outer circle here, that is tangential to this circle, is 25. So 175 plus 25 will give you what? That will give you 200, right? So the 200 that you have here, you're going to add it to the 20, and you're going to be having 200 and what? 220 all together. So when you measure the 220 on your meter rule, this is my meter rule here. I will start from 1 and I will end at 23. That is 220. Or you start from 0, you end at 22. So I'll use an attachment for my instrument here. Can you see this? I believe everybody have this. You attach it to your compass. Then from this to this is what we have here. That is 200. Are we there? From here to here is 200. And I'm going to place it at this center point here. Now strike an arc. That is the 200. Now the radius of this is 25. 25 plus 20 is going to give me what? Give me 45, right? So I'm going to place my instrument here and I'll measure 45 on my instrument. 4 to 5, 45. This is here. Then I'll place it at this point and I'll strike an arc here. So where they meet, I'll come here. Then I'll get my arc that is going to be tangential to those points. Right? Can you see that? then I can easily just tick in that if I want to. So the next one to tick in is this. So let me tick in this, but I have to get this arc. So let me come here first and tick in this one. So that's what we have. Now the next one is this, but there's an arc here, a bigger arc that we need to join together. So what I'm going to do is this. Take your compass, measure the 45 you want, right? Then where you want your circle to meet, I want it to meet here. So I'll place my compass here and I'll strike an arc. And I want it to meet here. I'll place my compass here. I'll strike another arc. So where they meet with the same radius, I'm going to draw out that point. Hope you can see that. So where you want them to actually meet. Is that okay? So I can now tick in what I want to tick in out. So this is what we have. So important for you to do your dimensioning. Very, very important. Right? So if you have found this video helpful, and before I forget, I believe you have this and you have this, or you have a bigger compass, because there's some measurement that you will use here on your own drawing board that might not be able to cope with your compass. So as well, or you reduce the scale, use scale 1:2. So whenever you use one, what if you want to measure from here to here, if it's 200, use half of whatever measurement. The only thing you will not divide is the angle. The angle will not change. 15 degree will always be 15 degree. 75 degree will always be 75 degrees. It's only the dimension. Are you with me now? The radiuses that will change and the length, but the angle will not change. So you can just use it into a ratio of what? 1:2 to give you exactly what you have on the screen here. So if you have found the video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share the video. Thanks for watching.